Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to deliver an inspirational message on restorative justice. When a crime occurs or an injustice is done, what needs to happen? What does justice require? Is it punishment or restoration to the welfare of the violators? People do not choose to become victims of crime. Crime is inflicted on them. Anyone can be a victim of crime, and those not directly affected by the crime often do not understand how difficult the recovery can be. Yet victims play second fiddle when it comes to interacting with the criminal justice system, and the level of victims' rights differ widely from country to country. In preventing crimes and imposing crime solution, we at the law enforcement unit practicing those principles using our lawful powers, which include arrest and the legitimized use of force. Following the justice system in the country, we think that we are doing a job well done. As I got to know restorative justice, that is the time I ask myself, am I doing my job appropriately and rightfully? So what is restorative justice means? In the Philippines, it means a process whereby parties with a stake in a particular offense come together to resolve collectively how to deal with the aftermath of the offense and its implications for the future, where the parties at stake are the victims, offenders, and community. Punishment alone is not effective in changing behavior and is disruptive to communities' harmony and good relationships. What should be done? Focus on problem solving, on liabilities, on obligations, on future emphasis on dialogue and negotiation, and not focus on establishing blame on guilt and on past behavior. It means that there is no imposition of pain and punishment to the violators, that instead they focus on the harms of wrongdoing more than the rules that have been broken. Support offenders while encouraging them to understand how to accept and carry out their obligations. We have two programs stand out as restorative in nature: the Juvenile Justice Welfare Act of 2006 and the Barangay Justice System or the Katarungang Pambarangay, which is adopted already. It is very frustrating to note that in the Philippines, restorative justice has limited successes as it is not a priority of the government. The Barangay Justice System represent practice for adults that through mediation, they address the conflict and oblige to pay for committing the crime. On the other hand, in Indonesia, they require at least 8,000 trained law enforcers to promote restorative justice. However, as of 2017, only 979 legal enforcers have been certified. Article 105 of the law, number 11, year 2012, stated that by 2019, the necessary infrastructure and trained law enforcers must be in place for the implementation of restorative justice principles. Therefore, efforts to realize the mandate should be intensified. Indonesia provided a dormitory-like facility to provide educational services, computer classes, and library corners. Inmates are given the chance to advance themselves and reintegrate into the community seamlessly. Restorative justice is an important aspect of the Danish justice system. It's the justice system in Indonesia. The Danish experience has shown that restorative justice prevents crime and conflict and benefits society as a whole. Restorative justice redresses and prevents grievances and conflicts in society and gives conflict a chance to return to society society as well functioning citizens. Indonesia shows that it is possible to impose the law by not using an iron hand to achieve the positive outcome in justice system in a country. That by showing importance to the violators will create another milestone of success. Indonesian government treated violators as the victims of their own mistakes and correcting their errors in a reverse psychological manner. We might say that Indonesia strongly adopt the restorative justice by making it possible to impose it. But by achieving this goal, we should also be positive in practicing and exercising the concept. But how can we provide such an ideology if we still inculcate in our minds that we need to impose law according to their violations? That when we think offenders, the first thing that comes into our mind is punishment, not restoration. It will not carry out by only one person, but the organization should support the idea of restoration. I want to end this message with an Irish proverb. It is in the shelter of each other that the people live. End quote. Thank you.